Everybody's ready!
I'm ready! Run the rhythm!
Alright boys, so what are we thinking for today's game? Chelsea coming to visit us at the Emirates.
Well, boy, how do I start with this? Literally,
says
it's
a lot.
like, right now, I think it's the wrong time for us to be playing these clubs. I really do. The club's in turmoil from top to bottom. Obviously, there's these rumours of Sven leaving, and I can't say his name, that William Balague, or that Italian guy, who's apparently a really good source at Arsenal. I was watching something that he put up this morning, and apparently, because we're trying to, although Edu's rejected it, we're trying to get Edu in as a director. That's the reason Sven wants to leave, because he didn't get offered that job. The club's just in a whole point turmoil. Chelsea are coming to visit. There's selection headaches, tactical reasons. I don't know, man. It's going to be one of those days, but I don't think we're going to lose. I really don't. I like the fact of OZIL will get a chance today. I do like that because I don't know if you lot have read it or heard about it, but apparently he's been putting in extra sessions, extra gym work, stand behind a bit longer than the other boys. I don't think we're going to lose, as I said. If we've got to go with our strongest 11, if we get the first goal, or we can go in drawing at least at half time, we could possibly snatch a little 2-1 win. I personally think we can go. Chelsea ain't the Chelsea they was at the beginning of the season. They're the same as us. They've had their little run, and they're not falling off the wheel because they're still picking up the points, but they're not playing to their full potential as they was at the beginning of the season under Sarri.
Right. So,
we're there for the taking, and Chelsea are there for the taking.
Well, you think we can win 2-1?
For the point fact, we're at home. Really, we need that stadium rocking like it's the North London derby.
Yeah.
We need that stadium rocking. We need everyone, but we need to be the 12th man.
It is a London
without
derby.
a doubt.
Yeah, should be. So
we need to go all out today, all guns blazing from the start to the end. We need to be pressing. We need to counter at every opportunity. We don't need Xhaka fucking spinning around in circles trying to look for someone. We need quick passes, quick releases. We need Leno to have distribution and pinpoint today. Everything has to be on point with this team. If we lose, we can kiss goodbye to fourth. We ain't getting it.
It's a must win. What about you, Si?
What was it? We fall 9 points behind if we lose.
Yeah. It's an absolute must win.
Without a doubt.
Anything less than a win? What do you think, Si? You agree with that?
Couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be very tight. I've got 1-1 in my head, or a 2-1 Chelsea win, or a 2-1 Arsenal win. I don't think there's an awful lot of difference between the teams, and I think the table's showing that, to be fair. The team that we played against at the start of the season, they were good for 15 minutes, and then they were shit for the next 30. We were good for the next 30 minutes, and then it's kind of stalemate until Hazard came on. It's as easy as that, it's as simple as that. Like, this is fine margins in games like this. It always tends to be that way, and I think it will be that way today. Don't forget that Chelsea went down to Tottenham and they got absolutely pulverised only a few weeks ago. They were awful. The best way to get about them is to just stop Jorginho from playing. That's what it seems, and I hope Sarri won't listen to this, but I think it'd be madness for him not to play Giroud on the basis of Chelsea trying to play Hazard through the middle. You're actually nullifying what he can actually do. You're asking someone who's of his stature to do something that someone who's Giroud's stature should be doing. There's no one as good as him on the wide side of the pitch. So you're taking away a lot from Chelsea's game playing him through the middle. And I don't think he'll have a lot of joy through the middle. I think he needs to play wide. If they start Giroud, I can see us losing the game. Like, I think Giroud's that good a player, and I think he knows how to bring other people into play. And it didn't surprise me that France won the World Cup with him. He didn't score any goals, yeah. But Griezmann always said I prefer playing with him ahead of Benzema. because he gives me license to be free. And it's the same with Hazard at the start of the season, said I love playing with Giroud. So I think if Giroud does start, I think we're in trouble. If he doesn't start, I don't think we're in any trouble whatsoever. I don't think a lot of teams that bothered us this season have had people like running from left, right, and centre, other than say Liverpool, but that was away from home. Like the home game, they had their 3 men up top, and most of their problems came when the balls were being slung in the box, and Leno felt like doing some Jackie Chan movements on the edge of his box instead of actually trying to be a goalkeeper. So yeah, I think it'll be really, really tight today. I know if I had to do one prediction, I'll go for a 1-1.
Okay.
That's a 1-1/1-2. Like, yeah.
So what, Anthony? Who would you play today up front?
I personally, up front, I play Lacazette. Reason being, yeah, I could get a lot of bullshit for this, yeah, but we've seen both Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. We've seen it all this season when they've had different opportunities to play up front. For me, Laka works that little bit harder than Aubameyang. He tracks back a lot quicker. He actually presses the player when he tracks back. He doesn't give up if he fouls the tackle. He can hold up the ball a lot better than I personally think than Aubameyang can hold up the ball. And today we need that striker to be the way Lacazette just runs. He can be in their box, and the way he can quickly get back and be back in our half, just in front of our box within seconds. That's going to be a big factor today. Especially if OZIL plays, we know he's going to be left up the top of the pitch. He doesn't press, he doesn't track back. So to be up front, we're going to have to run with Lacazette. We're going to have to run with Lacazette. His work rate, he's backtracking, he's pressing, he's tackling, he doesn't give up, and the passion behind it. He's been here, 2 seasons? And the passion this guy's showing, I'm seeing more passion out of this guy than what I am players that have been at the club 8, 9, 10 years.
You agree or disagree with that, Si?
Again, fully agree. Like, I was thinking this week about what I said earlier this week to you guys about Aubameyang scoring a lot of his goals in twos. And when I actually looked at it, I couldn't wait to actually tell you guys this. From what I remember, he scored 14 goals in the Premier League, right? 8 of those have come in 4 games. So what's he doing in the other games?
Yeah, and the big games.
So I'm saying, like, when Harry Kane's playing, Harry Kane will be involved in goals, full stop. Whether it's scoring, assisting, whether it's being the first link man to the man who then makes the pass for the goal, he's always involved. Aubameyang isn't, and I feel that it gets overlooked by Joe Public. You know, it's all goals, but not enough people talk about how you actually get them. If you're getting 2 against Fulham, 2 against Leicester off the bench, the team isn't prepared for you. When you're starting the game, the teams are prepared for you. And I just feel that what Lacazette gives us is everything that Anthony said. At this level, you have to have the quality as well. He does have that quality. I think if you're going to use Aubameyang, I'd use him as an impact player, because when I was at Stamford Bridge, I was annoyed with him then. When I was second game of the season, the ball, we couldn't press him. He's looking to make that running behind all the time. There's no harm in doing that. It's a midfielder's dream if you can look up and try and play a striker in. But it's also a midfielder's dream knowing that you're going to come short and take the ball and just look after it and get the team down the other end of the pitch. That's why Anfield was such an annoying game for me, because people talk a lot about Aaron Ramsey's goals. In that game, he's been played on the right. He can't have any effect there. Aubameyang didn't look after the ball, didn't bring him into play. Giroud would have. Giroud would have said, come, run off me. Aubameyang doesn't do that, so then, and I think it won't be struggling as well. So we had, basically an anonymous front 3 for the most part in a game like that. And we're playing a game like that again today.
Yeah.
You have to have 11 people doing 11 people's work. You can't have your defence always under pressure. And that's what happened. We got exposed because the defence is constantly under pressure. It's fact that if you have the ball and you're looking after it down the other end of the pitch, it's fact they can't do nothing with the ball if they don't have it. Make sense?
Yeah, simple stuff. Yeah. Okay, so it leads on to the whole debate about Ozil. Are we going to see him today?
Yes.
We're going to see him, Anthony.
I think we're going to see him. I think we're going to see him start, and then I think we're going to see him hold off at 65 minutes.
Yeah.
It's facts, isn't it? It's facts. Emery don't like him. He don't like Emery. I think the only reason that Emery's playing him because Emery's on social media himself. He's seen the uproar. He's seen how the fan base is feeling at the minute. So I think he's going to say, right, you know what? I've got 65 minutes to show the fans why I'm not picking you. I don't think he's going to have a 10 out of 10 game. It's against Chelsea. Our biggest threat is Torreira and Lacazette. Torreira to buy everything in midfield, and Lacazette for the power, willingness, and the goals. I don't think it's another big game, innit? We all know what Ozil's like, but I think he's going to play just for the fact of Emery's going to want to show this is why I'm not picking this guy week in, week out. Yeah, he's putting extra sessions in. Yeah, he's working harder at the gym and that. But as I said to you boys last week, the guy's 30. He's getting on. He's not going to get faster. He's not going to adapt to a new position. He's not going to adapt to a new style of play. He's stubborn. He's earning $350 a week. He knows how he plays. He knows he's a fan favourite for at least 65% of the fans club. He knows that he can. I hope he proves me wrong with what I'm saying. I'm hoping he does go out because we need every player to have a 10 out of 10 performance. No nines. We need 10 out of 10 from every player. Goalkeeper to striker. But I think that's going to be it. If he starts, he's going to be getting hauled off at 60, 65 minutes. If he doesn't start, we'll probably see him for the last 25 minutes, but we will see him today.
So who do you actually blame, man? Whose fault is this? Is it Emery or is it Ozil's? Or a bit of both?
As you know, at first I was saying it's all Emery. But then when I've been reading up about it and looking more into it, there's certain people from above that are also backing Emery with what he's saying, sort of thing. So it's like, he has shown quality glimpses this season, but it's not game in, game out. And when you shut down your main creative playmaker, like Tottenham did against Chelsea with Jorginho, there's nothing. So it's alright us saying we need a creative player on the pitch, but if the creative player is getting shut down or he's not receiving service or he's not on the game 100%, it's just like you're playing with 10 men.
What do you reckon,
So for me, I'd say it's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both, right? Si, what do you reckon? Ozil's fault or Emery?
Ozil.
Yeah?
Yeah. This isn't the first club he's done this at.
Right.
He's been known for that, and it's all well and good getting 72 assists in La Liga when you are playing in a team that have 85% of possession most of the time. But even then, his manager hauled him off once, saying it's in Ozil's book that he put. Mourinho came to me at half time and said to me, "You think playing two pretty passes is what's required? You need to work every bit as hard." There you go. It's there. That's holding up right there.
Show us that again, Anne. What was that you were blasting there?
Ozil gunning for greatness.
Okay, cool.
Says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right, so Anthony, you think it's a bit of both, but Simon, you point blank think that the blame goes to Ozil. He's a bit spoiled, isn't he?
I just think he's replaceable. I just cannot get the fuss about him and Ramsey. I don't get it.
Alright, let me unmute myself quickly. Sorry, sir, I don't mean to butt in, but you know what? He is replaceable. So for all these other fans that are thinking, he's irreplaceable, there's players out there that put in a lot more work rate, that can produce a hell of a lot more better creative vision than what he can. There is not one playmaker in this whole world. There are more out there, and as Simon said, he is replaceable. Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in.
That's what it's all about, man. It's discussion, it happens, man. It's meant to evoke your action. And that's what he does for us. He divides opinion, he polarizes fans.